Hi y'all, I'm here. I'm here today with Miss Lynda Campbell. She's a master gardener with the North Carolina Extension, and we are talking today about composting. And she's going to teach us what we actually need to know about this. And see, there's lots of bugs and stuff like that out here. That's the fun part. But I've heard of composting. I've done some compost. I know some friends that say they take their kitchen scraps and compost. If you're going to start a composting bin or start something, where's the first place to start?
Okay, the first thing you do is research and find out the different kinds of bins that you can have. And there are a lot of things you can order or you can build.
Okay.
And this was built for us, I believe, by the city.
Oh, okay.
And if you will go over and lift that up.
Oh, lift up this board?
Yeah, just lift it up. You can lift it all the way out if you like.
Yeah.
You're going to condense this. Okay.
Okay.
You can do this all the way down on that and get right into your compost. And when you start out, you're on bare soil. And you bring in leafy green things like this.
Yeah.
And you just layer them in.
Okay.
Then you scoop up some of the brown and layer it in. It can be leaves, it can be pine needles, it can be, even some light mulch. Layer, you just keep layering, and then you sprinkle. When you get, usually you have a big pile, and you just spread it out. You put a little bit of fertilizer on that.
Yeah.
After you get your layers, the important thing is to be sure and do layers, because so it will decompose faster.
Oh, okay.
And then the fertilizer and some moisture, and then the next time we come to the garden, someone brings us, say, a trailer, a cart full of things they pulled up out of their bed. We check to make sure that everything is healthy. We do not want to put things that are not healthy in here. And we have a special area over there that we put that in, and it's hauled off. So we check it, and then we just layer it, and then we just leave it. And if it rains a lot, that's good. And then,
you don't have to wet it.
Turning it about once a month. Hopefully in about 6 months, maybe 4 months, this will be healthy compost.
Wow.
And can be put right into a bed.
So it does help it.
Yes.
It does help it rot.
It's a natural
quicker,
way of doing. And when I say we use a little fertilizer, we use very little.
Oh, okay.
It's just to activate it.
Oh, okay. Now, and you got kitchen scraps in there. Is there any kitchen scraps? I mean, if it's vegetable matter, then it can go in there.
It's vegetable matter, no meats, no animal waste, things like that. You do not ever want to use that kind of thing.
Oh,
or
okay.
anything that you know. For instance, you have a squash plant and you have disease on that plant. You don't want to put that plant in here.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you have a healthy squash plant that you're taking up, if you know it's healthy, and you can just layer it in. Now, in the home compost, most people chop their things really fine. Now, it's about impossible to chop it. Now, I do. When I first started out, I chopped it as fine as I could get it because I didn't have a lot. But as you can see, we have people that come in and just put it in, and that's all we ask. Just put it in.
Just put it
and
in.
I'll work it. I haven't worked this. This happened yesterday. Someone brought this, and so I will work it. It'll go down before I go home because I will layer some and treat it some.
What do? Do you get a rake and
I
just
get
do it?
a rake
okay.
and just rake it and pack it down. And I will spread this stuff all around and then layer it with this.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll pull it to the side and layer and then pull some more over. You just have to learn how to layer.
Okay. So it's like lasagna.
Yes, that's a good example, lasagna. And I think once you get used to doing it, it will become sort of a way of your life because you're going to find out what great vegetables and what a good garden, even your flower garden, you can put this in your flower garden. And if you don't want to incorporate it in the soil, if you don't want to dig around and put it in, you can just use it for mulch and it'll work well that way.
Sweet.
But we'll probably put this, when it's complete, we will probably put it in a bed and incorporate it in a bed and just start growing things in that bed, and we'll have another bed beside it maybe that doesn't have any compost and just see the difference. We're going to do some experimenting with it.
Okay. And you say like you start in this bin, but you've got 3 bins. So what makes it move to the next bins?
Well, after a while, you're going to be able to tell it's breaking down pretty good.
Okay.
Then I'll just take a pitchfork and move it to this because see, those things come up too.
Yeah, these side bits come up too.
Because
don't
you can see if we don't eventually break it off and do different ones, that it's all never going to be quite ready because people are going to be putting the raw.
fresh stuff in. Yeah.
But we do have people that come and bring their coffee grounds, and we encourage them to bring their eggshells, just about anything in your kitchen that all your peelings and things except for
meat.
And I would say if you have a big seed that comes out of fruit, a huge one, don't put it in because it'll take it forever. But but if you want to, you could. It wouldn't hurt anything. It just would not.
It just take it a while.
It takes a while for that to decompose.
Okay. Well, all right. And you said that we can get a pamphlet from the extension office?
This is
the Lazy Person's Guide to Composting. So you can get that from the North Carolina Extension and find out more if you want to start your own compost pile. So is there anything we might have missed, Miss Lynda?
I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
It's just a wonderful way to grow and have a fertile soil and to have a healthy garden. And healthy is important when you're growing vegetables.
Oh, definitely.
And we know this is going to be healthy.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.